Chanel here, your menopause nutritionist. Today we are talking about the power of journaling for helping mindset and overcoming limiting beliefs and actually rewiring your brain a little bit. I'm a big fan of journaling, and this I'm putting together for my Thrive program. However, this is something I feel is so powerful. I'm sharing it with the greater community as well. So all of my Thrive listeners, my menopause nutritionist listeners, everyone will get access to this little bit of info, because I truly feel like we can't gatekeep this. It is important stuff. I'm at the moment just putting the finishing touches on a mindset module for my program, because it's our mindset that often holds us back from getting our goals, and how devastating that we want better for ourselves, yet our limiting beliefs or challenges or triggers or other things are actually holding us back from getting that. Even on my Thrive retreat, we're doing a mindset workshop for this reason, because it is such a powerful part of being a better human being. So today I'm going to talk you through my journaling practice, and just we're going to talk firstly about why journaling is so powerful. So firstly, it actually builds awareness. So when you're journaling and you're actually writing down what's going on in your head, and you connect with your emotions. So there's a connection between that writing and your brain that brings greater awareness to what is going on in your thoughts and feelings and emotions. So it's a really powerful way to check in. I think when you think about the fact that we have 60,000 thoughts going on in our brain every day, and often those thoughts are just a repeat of what happened yesterday, we have to think about ways of creating a dent in that. So we're not just repeating what we thought about yesterday, we're actually taking control of those thoughts and putting it to use for what we're trying to get or achieve or be or become. So it's very, very powerful, a way of being able to really set your intention on who you are. And you hear me talk about this a lot. If we are not aware of the type of woman we're trying to become, how do we know what she looks like? So I am very clear about who I want to be. So I am moving myself towards that person. Otherwise, you've got it's like getting in a boat and sailing off, like not knowing where your destination is. You know, who knows where you're going to end up? This gives you a direct, absolute purpose, and that's part of some of my journaling practice, is setting an intention for who I want to be today. So what it does and why it's so powerful is it creates a space between like your brain thinking and you performing an action. So it allows you to create space in your brain. And if you think about 60,000 thoughts a day, we need to find that space to be able to insert the thoughts and the intentions and what we're trying to achieve in there, so they don't get swept away. And the other thing I think I will mention here is that something called RAS kicks into place, reticulating activating system. Now, when we are clear on our intentions, our brain then actually switches into gear and starts finding ways of making those things happen. So this is why a journaling practice for me, I feel, is so powerful, because it's like anything. It's like I don't walk into the gym and then just go lift heavy weights. I warm up and I work my way up to that. Or when you start lifting weights, you start with a smaller weight and then you progressively get stronger and stronger. This is the same. It takes time, it takes repetition, it takes work and practice, and it's like exercise for your brain. That's a good way to think about it. If you think about I'm really good at training my body, but am I training my brain? And my brain is actually what's in the control seat of what's going on in my life. So if I don't have kind of a grasp on what's happening in my brain, or some control over it, or an ability to help make it better and operate better and work for me, then it is like running free. And often that is triggered right back to our childhood, things that have happened when we were little. So it helps us track our progress and our patterns. I talk about this on my programs all the time, or to my clients. We have to be looking for the positives. Even if something terrible has happened, maybe we've gone off track, maybe we've had a blowout, whatever it is, if we are looking for good in the day, then we're going to attract more positivity. When we think about human beings, we are actually wired for negativity. And that's just a coping mechanism from when we were like running around and tigers were chasing us and things. So this negative bias is what we struggle to live with. So we have to be looking for the positive all the time. Otherwise, we are stuck in the negative. So, and I truly believe positive attracts positive. So having a practice, and part of my journaling, and we're going to go through it in a minute, has a gratitude portion to it. So when you are in a grateful place, you cannot be mad, you cannot be upset. It just doesn't work. You can only be attracting more positivity. It allows us to reframe negativity or negative thinking. When we're writing out our limiting beliefs, or we're actually focusing on the behaviours we're trying to change and become better at, it helps us reframe it. And then, like I said, the brain kicks into place and helps us make that possible. So it's a very powerful tool. It also helps boost motivation and gratitude. And of course, when you have gratitude as part of your day, then you just build on that. Because when you're grateful for what you've got, it just is such a powerful place to be. It truly is. When you start doing it, you'll see what I mean. And I think the other thing that it's really powerful for is it supports your goals. Like what you're trying to achieve, it brings clarity to that, and it helps you each day know what you're focusing on. So, for example, most women come to me because they want to change their body composition. They want to lose the belly fat, they want to build muscle, whatever it looks like. They just know that they've got better in them. So if you're starting each day and that is your intention, generally anything we do takes work. And the reason that we haven't achieved it is because there's something that's been holding us back. So when we're starting the day, setting the intention of maybe you are in a calorie deficit and you're like changing your body composition, setting yourself up for that like in a positive way. So then when the challenges crop up, you're already in front of it. And this is where it can really make a huge difference to you getting your outcomes. So let's talk through my journaling practice. I've got my journal here. Basically, I'm going to take you right from the start, right through. I start with the date and the time of the day, and also where I'm located. So this morning I'm sitting at the breakfast bar because both the dogs were on the couch and there was no room for me. Normally I sit, we have a little couch in this nook area, we call it the dog's couch, and that's where they like to hang out. And usually I sit there with them, but they had taken up the whole couch, so I was at the breakfast bar. And then I actually put down my mood. So how am I feeling that day? So that is the start and the top of my journaling. Then I actually have an I am statement. Now this is something that you can work on creating, and it's going to look different for everyone. But my I am statement is about who I am as a person, and it helps me cement that each day. So that could be some homework if you're listening to this. If you don't have an I am statement, then that's kind of something to start your journaling practice with. The next kind of prompt that I look for is the behavior I want to change today is ... And then I expand on that. Now that obviously changes depending on how I'm going. And I like to spend some time each morning reading some personal development. At the moment, I'm reading Jefferson Fisher's book, and you know, the behaviors I'm trying to look for at the moment is like confident speaking my feelings and finding the right words. So those are the sort of things I'm really focusing on at the moment. The next prompt is I am grateful for ... And this is where you can start your gratitude. What are you grateful for today? And actually, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you are finding things. The next prompt is the person I am becoming will experience more ... And then like dive into that. The next prompt is I have a chance to be my future self today when I ... What does that look like for you? And then the last one I ask myself is when I think of who I'm becoming, I feel ... So what that's doing is it's really pushing me into the future. So I am getting a clear intention on what I want to do and be and achieve today. So this journaling practice is taken off Dr. Nicole LaPera's journaling quotes. Now I've probably adapted them a little bit, but that's basically where they've come from. She's the holistic psychologist. And I have been doing these for probably 6 years now. And there's been a time where I kind of got out of the habit, but now I am back on track and I've been doing them every day. And I feel like it is a very powerful way to start the day, setting clear intentions on who you want to become, and being grateful for all of the things that you have in the day. So give this a go. If you haven't journaled before, you need to just trust the process. And I'm not really sure how long it will take before you see or feel a difference. I suppose my analogy with this, because I can't really remember, I just actually know I committed to doing it. It's kind of like exercise. You don't go to the gym for 5 days and expect to see a six-pack, or even being on a calorie deficit. Those of you who I am coaching on, you know, changing your body composition, we're looking at 12 weeks, right, to see some changes. So give it a good amount of time. Let's say 12 weeks to see how you feel, how you find it, what you notice, and how you might change the version of who you want to become. Truly hope that you give it a try, and I look forward to hearing any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns. Drop them here. If you already do journal, excuse me, I would love to hear, and let me know all about it. Thank you for being here today. I truly hope this helps you on your journey. Stay connected. Make sure you subscribe if you don't already, and let me know if this has been helpful.